Welcome back to another video of Super Nathan Jr. I know it's been a while since I posted again. Today we are back with a ranking. The Best Picture nominees for the Oscars ranking. I'm ranking all of them today on this video. This video is very likely to post after the Oscars, so congratulations to the winner of Best Picture. I was initially excited to do this challenge and adventure, and as I got to the end, I was like, alright, I'm done. The Best Picture nominees this year were very uninteresting to me, and you'll see me explain it later on. I'm excited for this year's Oscars. I'd say it was weaker than last year's, despite me thinking there were better and more enjoyable movies this year. Let's just hop right into this ranking. Number 10, The Secret Agent. I was interested in this film, especially when I heard it's a Brazilian film. Didn't know what to expect, didn't read anything about it, and I jumped into this film, and I hated it. It's just incomprehensible. It was so boring and so difficult to understand, not just because it's a different language, just the way they develop the story. It comes across as a Wikipedia article rather than an actually coherent story that's trying to express something or tell you something. It's just like, here's what happened. It doesn't provide any emotion in it. It doesn't really develop characters at all. It just tells you a really boring story of a historical matter, and this is fictional, I'm pretty sure, as well. So I'm not sure why they took that approach. Like I said, it was really difficult for me to understand. I still don't understand why it was called The Secret Agent. I didn't understand the ending. I hardly understood what was happening throughout the film. And to top it all off, it is so long. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes long of this content. It's just so hard to digest. I gave it 2 stars. It was so boring. It felt like it had zero passion behind it. And I was utterly disappointed by this film. And suffice it to say, I will never, ever rewatch this movie again, and I regret watching it in the first place. I know this is going to shock a lot of you, and you probably will hate me for this, but number 9, I have one battle after another. I give it 3.5. I'd say it's leaning towards 3 stars, but I'll give it 3.5. I still think it's a good movie, but I did not enjoy the movie. This movie has a lot of great elements. The cinematography, for one, is gorgeous in a lot of moments. That end scene when they're going on the wild car chase looks really good, and I have some friends that explain it well, that it looks like ocean waves, the way they did the cinematography. That's well done. The music's also great, especially the main theme. I thought they did a splendid job with that. Where this movie loses me is, first of all, I expected a lot more from Paul Thomas Anderson. This was my first Paul Thomas Anderson movie. He got movies that got super good ratings. This movie got amazing ratings too. I was expecting a masterpiece, and then I didn't get it. One of the biggest reasons is I don't like the political connotation behind it and how it feels forced and like it's screaming at you. I don't like when political movies do that. It's really annoying. I don't even care what political side it's on. It will annoy me regardless. Tying into that, how they make the 2 main characters at the beginning, which is Leonardo DiCaprio and that black woman, I can't remember the characters' names. They're terrorists attempting to change the government by committing terrorist acts, right? Exploding places, killing people, stuff like that. And the movie doesn't necessarily say, oh, these are good people, but they might as well be, because they essentially paint them as the victims, despite them being the terrorists. And Sean Chandler had a good review regarding that. I agree with that. That's very problematic, especially for the state of the world right now. Anyways, getting away from the political side of it, it's a very boring and pointless story to me. The characters are poorly written, especially in Leonardo's character. I don't even know what they were going for with him. It's not even a difficult story to understand. It feels pointless. I'm just not interested in it at all. The only good character in this movie is the antagonist. They did him really well, but everyone else it's just a mess. It feels like a maze trying to get through this story. It's so chaotic. I can no longer understand nor vibe with what they are trying to produce. That's my hot take. I don't like One Battle After Another very much, especially upon rewatch. 3.5 stars. It's a good movie, but not one I enjoy and not one I ever care to come back to. Number 8, Marty Supreme. I know this is another hot take of mine. I know a lot of people love this film and gave it high ratings. I love Marty's character. I love how they expressed a narcissistic person on screen, and they did it really well. And then seeing him be a hustler was interesting. To pursue ping pong or table tennis, being a professional player, was interesting. Don't get me wrong. I'm interested in that, and I did, in fact, enjoy this film. But that's about all it has. There's no other element that is appealing to me. None of the side characters interest me at all, except Kevin. Oh no, whatever the rich guy's name is, I keep forgetting his name. I think it's Kevin something. It just feels like a boring story, and I feel like they could have given a more interesting story, because it feels chaotic, and the chaos doesn't necessarily equal bad, but I'm not a fan of chaos when it feels like it's not getting to a goal. It's just kind of there. I can appreciate what he created, and I can understand why some people would love it. I don't. I think it's boring. I still enjoy it. I wouldn't mind rewatching this film, but yeah, I give it 3.5. It's a good movie, but the chaotic storytelling just ain't it for me. And let me preface, I wish I could like this a lot more. This is one of those movies, I wish I could like this a lot more. I just can't, unfortunately. Number 7, F1. This movie was what I expected. I regret not watching it in theaters. I think it would have been a much more pleasant experience, and I didn't fully get immersed with the sound, which is a big part of this film. Purely because I wasn't in theaters for this. I watched it at home on headphones. Still good sound design, but nothing that impressed me very much, and I feel like you have to be in a big open space that's very immersive, very loud, very realistic, in order to comprehend the complexity of the sound. It's an enjoyable movie. It surprisingly uses the 2.5 hours really well, and despite cliche elements in this film and story, I still enjoy to watch it, and I enjoy these types of films. Obviously, it's not going to it's not going to be something grand. It's just a cliche underdog story where, they're on the ropes the whole movie, and then they get the dub at the very end. So it's entertaining in that sense. The relationship between the two main characters, or the two racers, is funny, seeing the banter between them. There's not much more to it. It's an enjoyable film. It's fun. I wouldn't mind rewatching. Apparently there's a sequel in the works already, so I'll probably watch it when it comes out. So yeah, enjoyable film. Number 6, Frankenstein. This is one I had high hopes for, given that it got a high rating on Letterboxd. The director, I thought, was well known for being an amazing director. I was disappointed by this film, but I appreciate a lot of elements in this movie. How it's very loyal to the source material. I like the Frankenstein story. I think it's interesting. I'm not particularly amazed by it, or I think it's spectacular, but it is interesting, and I wanted to see how they translated that onto a movie. He does a good job. The cinematography is gorgeous in this film. That's one of the amazing elements in this movie. The screenwriting, it's not really anything remarkable. Not that it's supposed to be, because it's Frankenstein. I think this movie is like 2 to 2.5 hours. I can't remember how long this movie was. I think it ran too long, and they should have shortened this for it to be a better movie. But I appreciate what he did there, especially with the way he developed both Frankenstein and the creature's characters. That was really well done, and the acting was splendid in this movie. Oscar Isaac delivers once again, and then I don't know the actor for the creature, but he does a great job. I wouldn't consider this movie enjoyable, but I appreciate it very much, and I gave it 3.5, purely for the lack of other interesting elements, though the music was actually really good for this movie. It's a good movie. I don't even think it's a problem of the movie itself. I just think the source material, Frankenstein, is not interesting enough to make a movie of a higher rating. So I think this is the best that we could have gotten. So Thank you, Guillermo. I think that's how you say his name. Number 5, sentimental value. This movie, I didn't know what it was about. Apparently, it's Norwegian, so they did a phenomenal job with this movie. First of all, I love to see Stellan Skarsgård. He's a great actor. I love him very much. This movie does touch on the heartstrings. It surprised me. It impressed me. It is simple, and yet it takes a deep delve into focusing on a relationship between a father and a daughter. And I love movies like that. It's very realistic and very heartwarming to see, and emotional to see how their relationship progresses as the movie goes on. I do think this movie's too long than it should have been. It stretches quite a bit. For the majority of the film, it struggles with this problem of the daughter always saying, "No, I don't want to talk with Dad. No, I don't want to do his movie." Until the very last 30 to 15 minutes. It's like, all right, yeah, I get it the first few times, but eventually it's getting annoying. And it did get annoying. It's emotional. I like how they took a story of a dad making a film and wanting his daughter to be a part of it because he loves her so much. It's just a beautiful film. A beautiful, simple film. I give it 4 stars. I likely won't ever watch this again because it's slow and feel like they could have taken a different approach with it. But great movie. Surprised me. Number 4, Bugonia. This movie did actually very much impress me with how they designed it. First of all, I loved seeing, what's his name? I know his name. The actor for Todd from Breaking Bad. Jesse Plemons. There we go. And Emma Stone. They worked together great on the screen. I actually thought this movie was a romance at first, so I was very confused by what I got an hour in. I was like, what are we doing here? Then I discovered it was the director for Poor Things, so I was like, oh, this makes a lot more sense. Apparently it's based on like a book or something, so that's interesting. They do the movie really well, taking on the focus on a crazy conspiracy theorist, and seeing this banter of how he kidnaps her, a CEO from a business, and, will not accept any answers she gives, and is fully believing that she is an alien, and seeing them, I guess, go into this manipulation battle on each end. And then the twist at the very end. I won't get into the twist, but the twist at the very end surprised me, and it's what really bumped up my score from 3.5 to 4. It surprised me. It works really well, and it surprisingly, despite being 2 hours long, it doesn't feel too long, and it works well. One that I would actually like to rewatch, and it's just an interesting story and premise, and I like how unique it is, and focusing on something that we see within society everywhere, really, a crazy conspiracy theorist. I think that was interesting. I liked it a lot. Number 3, Train Dreams. This movie once again impressed me. I didn't know what to expect. I expected it to not be that good. It's really well done. The cinematography is so gorgeous. The shots of nature, the beautiful forest. I have such a soft spot for nature, specifically the forest. I love how they didn't even focus on the story of a logger who loses his family. They focused on the man behind the logger and explored acceptance, regret, learning to appreciate the beauty in the world, and truly finding the meaning to life. This hidden message was beautifully portrayed in this story of struggle that had me tearing up in some parts. It was emotional, it was real, it felt realistic to the real world. And I appreciate it significantly for that. I don't really have anything much more to say. I give it 4 stars. It's a great emotional movie that I would enjoy rewatching. Number 2, Hamnet. This movie really hit hard when I watched this film. I didn't recognize that this was a tragedy, and boy, it was so depressing. I genuinely cried multiple times while watching this movie. It's one of the saddest movies I've ever seen, and it's so beautiful for it. They portray it so amazingly. It tugs so hard on your heartstrings. How can you not cry while watching this movie? The actors bring it to life. It feels so real. It hurts to watch, emphasizing sacrifice, protecting, and the harsh realities of life and the harsh conditions of the world. It's so sad seeing it, but it was so beautifully well done. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was so beautiful. It really hit me hard emotionally. Finally, we've reached number 1 of this ranking. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Maybe you just skipped to this part. I don't care. Number 1. Sinners. Sinners is so amazing. It's possibly my most watched movie of all time. It is so amazing, dude. It blew my mind when I watched this in theaters when it first dropped. Everything about it is beautiful. The cinematography, the music, the acting, the premise, the story, the pacing. Everything is spectacularly well done. It's easily my favorite horror movie and even cracked my top 10 of all time. It was very unique, and you can feel the symbolism throughout this film, whether it's racism or religion. They put it all in, and just the cool premise of using vampires as this symbolism works so well for this movie. You can feel the passion put through this. The cinematography is gorgeous. The story is incredibly interesting. The music is spectacular in using the blues and creating something masterful. Genuinely one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. It impressed me so much. I'm so glad it got nominated 16 times in the most nominated movie of all time. That's really cool, and props to Ryan Coogler. And the fact that this is his first original film is remarkable. It really is a masterpiece in so many different ways. I struggle to describe why, but it just blows all of the other movies under the water. And this is the true movie that I think this is peak, and this absolutely deserves to be nominated. Okay, there's my ranking of the Oscar-nominated movies. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please leave your thoughts down below. Please tell me, what would your ranking be if you've seen them? Or just, if you have seen one, tell me what your thoughts on that movie were. And tell me how wrong I am about certain opinions on some movies. Please drop a like and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Adios.